Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about what are the top 7 homeopathic medicines for the treatment of varicose veins. So first of all, we'll talk about what exactly is the meaning of varicose vein. So what is varicose vein? So let's talk about it. The veins that are enlarged, twisted or engorged, these are known as varicose veins. As you can see here on the screen, we have provided a picture of the varicose veins. So these enlarged, twisted and engorged veins are called varicose veins, and this is also called as varicosities. So varicose veins can develop in any part of the body, but most commonly appear in the legs and the feet. Varicose veins in the legs develop as a result of pooling of the blood due to improper functioning of the valves in the veins of the legs. Varicose veins can be well treated with the natural medicines. Now the question arises here that how do they develop? So let's talk about how varicose vein develops. So the veins in our legs contain one-way valves, as we all know that. And these valves in the vein in the legs allow only one-way blood flow, that is, from the legs to the heart. And when the muscles squeeze the vein in the leg, and when the muscle contracts, the valves open and blood from the legs pushes upward to reach the heart. When these muscles relax, the valves close to prevent reverse flowing of the blood back in legs. So, in case these valves don't function properly, it results in the reverse flow of the blood and stagnation of the blood in the leg, and this causes the vein to become enlarged, twisted and gorged, and they are known as varicose veins. So this was all about how varicose vein develops. Now next we'll talk about what are the clinical features, that is, what are the symptoms of varicose veins. So varicose veins may not cause any symptoms in most of the cases in the initial stages and only appear as a dark purple colored prominent veins in the leg. General symptoms include aching, tired or heavy feeling in the legs, throbbing and cramping in the legs, and worsening of the pain from sitting or standing for the extended periods. Color changes, swelling or inflammation is there. An ulcer on the leg may be indicative of severe changes like phlebitis, that is inflammation in a vein, and a venous ulcer, and should be addressed promptly. So this was all about the clinical features, that is, what are the signs and symptoms of varicose veins. Now next we'll talk about the causes and the risk factors. What are the risk factors that contribute to the varicose veins? So first and the foremost factor that contribute to the varicose vein is obesity. So let's talk about it. So obese people often develop varicose veins without any knowledge, as the veins are not visible beneath the layer of the skin due to the accumulated fat. So with time, the pressure from the leaking veins causes damage on the surface of the skin and the problem becomes visible. And this also put many overweight people at a higher risk of developing leg ulcer. So this is the first and the foremost factor that contribute to the varicose vein. Now let's talk about the second factor, the cause, that is standing and sitting for a long time. So sitting or the standing for long durations leads to a poor blood circulation in the legs. So when we sit, it becomes harder for the veins to move the blood to the heart. And over time, this can cause swelling in the ankles, blood clots, and varicose veins. Sitting with the leg crossed or bent for long durations can make the problem worse. Now let's talk about the third factor, that is old age. So with age, the vein loses elasticity and causes them to stretch. This causes the valves in the vein to become weak, and as a result, the blood that should be moving toward the heart starts flowing backward. Now, next factor that contribute to the formation of varicose vein is pregnancy. So during pregnancy, it is very common for a woman to develop varicose vein since the volume of the blood in the body increases, but overall the flow of the blood from the legs to the pelvis decreases. And varicose veins often develop or become worse during the later stages of the pregnancy since the uterus starts to exert increased pressure on the veins in the legs. And this condition often improves post-pregnancy within 3 to 12 months. Now, next factor that contribute to the varicose vein formation is age. So, let's talk about it. The chances of developing varicose vein increases with age. Aging causes the wear and tear of the valves in the veins, allowing blood to flow back into the vein where it gets collected. And next factor is gender. So, females are most likely to develop varicose vein due to hormonal changes they experience throughout their lifetime. Pregnancy, premenstruation, menopause, hormone replacement therapy, and the use of birth control pills all causes hormonal changes in the woman's body. Female hormones are known to relax the walls of the veins, and a family history of varicose vein make a person susceptible to developing this condition. So these are the various causes and the risk factor that contribute to the formation of varicosities, or you can say varicose vein. Now next, very important part of this video is what are the top 7 homeopathic medicines which has been successfully used for the treatment of varicose vein. So the first and the foremost medicine that you can see here on the screen is Hemomelius virginia. So this medicine is mainly used for tiredness and aching in the legs. Hemomelius is prepared from the plant commonly named witch hazel, and this plant belongs to family Hemomeliaceae. So Hemomelius is a highly effective remedy for varicose veins. Its most prominent symptom indication is tiredness or aching in the legs. Along with this, a tense feeling in the leg may be present. The varicosities may look like hard and knotty swellings in the legs. A dragging sensation in the leg may be present. There is pain in the varicose vein from the slightest motion is another feature for using Hemomelius. There is soreness of the varicose vein. Hemomelius can also be helpful to reduce the engorgement of the blood in the veins, and its related symptoms are deep-rooted circular ulcers with stinging, prickling pain, and highly sensitivity are another prominent features for using the homeopathic medicine Hemomelius for varicose veins. So the key indication for using Hemomelius for the varicose vein are first, tiredness or aching in the legs, secondly, a tense feeling in the legs, and thirdly, varicose ulcer with the stinging and the prickling pain. So, on the basis of these symptoms, you can prescribe Hemomelius for the treatment of varicose veins, or you can say varicosities. Now, let's talk about the second medicine for varicosities, that is Pulsatilla nigricans. So, this medicine is used for varicose veins that are very painful. So, Pulsatilla nigricans is a natural medicine prepared from the plant windflower. The natural order of this plant is Ranunculaceae. Pulsatilla is an excellent remedy for varicose veins that are very painful. Heaviness or weariness in the legs along with the pain, a tensed and the drawing sensation in the legs, cramping in the legs, mostly in the evening, are the symptoms highly indicative of Pulsatilla. There is a hanging down, the lower limbs worsen the complaints. Along with these symptoms, restlessness in the lower limbs may also appear. So Pulsatilla is indicated for varicose pain in the women's when the symptoms worsens during menses, and for varicose pain on the lower limbs, forearms and hands. So the key indication for using Pulsatilla for the varicose veins are first, presence of painful varicose veins. Secondly, a tensed and the drawing sensation in the legs. Third, a cramping sensation in the legs. Now let's talk about the third medicine for varicose veins, that is Calcarea flower. So, for the hard, knotty, varicose pain, calcarea flower is a highly recommended medicine. It is a biochemic medicine for varicose pain that works wonderfully in reducing the engorgement of blood in the veins and improving the blood circulation. Few indications for using calcarea flower are engorged veins, hardened veins, knotty veins on the lower limbs. The attending features are dry, cracked skin on the legs, and the key indication for using calcarea flow for the varicose vein are: first, presence of hard varicose pain; secondly, presence of knotty varicose pains; thirdly, dry, cracked skin on the legs. So, on the basis of these symptoms, you can prescribe calcarea flow for the varicose pain. Now, let's talk about the fourth medicine for the varicosities, that is graphitis. So, for the varicose pain with the itching, graphitis is a highly recommended remedy attended with itching. Itching in most cases get worsens at night time. Little pimples may be present on the surrounding skin surface. Skin dryness may also be there to a higher degree, and another attending features are restlessness, heaviness, and tensed feeling in the legs. The tensed feeling gets worse upon extending the legs. Congested feeling in the legs and the feet on standing may also be present. Graphitis is also a very helpful remedy for swelling in the legs with a peculiar shooting pain as well as varicose eczema. So, on the basis of these symptoms, you can prescribe graphitis for the varicose pain with the itching. Now, let's talk about the fifth medicine, that is Lachesis muta. So, Lachesis muta is an important medicine for treating varicose ulcers. People needing Lachesis have ulcers with the bluish purplish surroundings. There is a thin offensive discharge from the ulcers. Pus discharges may also be there in a few cases. Bleeding may arise from the ulcer and an intense burning sensation may be present. There is an extreme pain and highly sensitivity to the touch on the ulcer. Applying warmth to the ulcer helps relieve the pain. And itching that get noticeably get worse from sleeping. After sleeping is another characteristic feature. So, on the basis of these symptoms, you can use or you can prescribe Lachesis muta for varicose ulcers. Now, let's talk about the sixth medicine, that is Ginkgo metallicum. So, for the varicose pains that are very larger, Ginkgo metallicum is an effective medicine for the large varicose pain in the legs. A tight, full, congested feeling on the leg is prominent. There is tearing pain in the legs and formication, that is, sensation like insects are crawling over the skin, are also present in few cases. The person requiring Ginkgo mat also complains of uneasiness and heaviness in the legs with constant motion of the legs. Burning sensation and sweat on lower limbs are also common. And apart from varicose of the legs, Ginkgo metallicum is also indicated for the varicose pain in the genital organs. Now, let's talk about the last medicine, last but not the least, that is carbobage. Carbobage for the varicose pain. So, this medicine is used for spider veins. Let's talk about it. So, carbobage is prominently indicated remedy for spider veins. The veins appear reddish bluish. The skin feels cold and sweaty, and the person may experience itching that get worsens during the evening, and varicose ulcers that bleed easily also indicate the need of carbobage. So, on the basis of these symptoms, you can prescribe carbobage for the spider veins in case of varicosities. So, these are the top 7 homeopathic medicines that has been successfully used for the treatment of varicosities, or you can say varicose veins. So, that's all for today. See you guys in our next video. Till then, stay connected with us for more videos like this. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below, and yes, press the bell